Hey friends, welcome to Cooking with Claudia. Today I'm showing you 3 delicious roasted potatoes recipe that are great for the holidays. Let's get started. The first recipe we're making are these delicious roasted garlic Parmesan potatoes. We're using 4 large gold potatoes for this recipe. We're going to start by cutting each potato into cubes. Make sure the cubes are about ½ inch thick, just like these. Once you cut up all the potatoes, transfer into a large bowl. Add 3 tablespoons of olive oil, season with 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 2 teaspoons of paprika, salt and black pepper to taste, and 1/4 cup of grated Parmesan cheese. Go ahead and mix everything together very well. Once everything is mixed in, grab a baking sheet, then spray with nonstick spray. Pour the potatoes into the baking sheet, then arrange them in a single layer. Next, randomly toss in 2 tablespoons of cut up butter. The butter is going to make the potatoes extra crispy and buttery. Make sure your oven is preheated to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. Place the potatoes into the oven to bake for 20 minutes. After the potatoes have baked for 20 minutes, take them out of the oven, then toss them with a spatula. Once tossed, arrange them in a single layer, then place them into the oven to bake for another 20 minutes. Next, you're going to take the potatoes out, toss them again with a spatula, then place them into the oven to bake for 10 more minutes. So in total, we're baking the potatoes for 50 minutes. Here are the potatoes when they're done roasting. These are going to make your home smell so good. They are so very flavorful. Finish with fresh parsley and a sprinkle of sea salt. Then these Parmesan roasted potatoes are ready for the holiday table. The next recipe on the menu are these twice baked potatoes. These are so delicious and easy to make. I'm using 4 medium-sized gold potatoes for this recipe. You can also use russet potatoes. I'm using a fork to pierce holes in each potato, that way the steam can freely come out as they bake. Drizzle about 2 tablespoons of olive oil onto the potatoes, then season with salt and black pepper to taste. Smear the oil, salt, and pepper all around each potato. Preheat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, then bake the potatoes for 45 minutes to 1 hour. Halfway during the baking time, make sure you flip the potatoes, that way they can all bake evenly. When the potatoes are done baking, make sure you stick them with a toothpick to make sure they're very soft and fully baked. Then you're going to let them sit for about 10 minutes to cool down a little. After they've cooled down for 10 minutes, equally divide each potato lengthwise into halves. Use a spoon to scoop out the flesh from each potato, then transfer into a large bowl. Once the flesh is out, you're going to place the shells back into the oven to bake for 10 minutes. This will make the shells nice and crispy. While the shells are crisping up, mash up the flesh of the potatoes. Once mashed, add 2 tablespoons of melted butter, 1/4 cup of whole milk, 1/4 cup of sour cream, 1/4 cup of cheddar cheese, 1/4 cup of bacon bits, 1 tablespoon of dried chives, then last season with salt and black pepper to your taste. Go ahead and mix everything together. The texture should be just like mashed potatoes. Once the shells come out of the oven, you're going to set your oven to broil. While your oven is preheating to broil, fill each potato shell with the mashed potatoes. Each shell needs about 2 spoonfuls of mashed potatoes. Once the shells are all filled, we're going to top with some cheddar cheese. You can use as much cheese as you want. We're also going to top with some bacon bits. We're using about 1/4 cup. Next, top each filled potato with a slice of butter. We're using about 2 tablespoons of butter. Place the potatoes under the broiler to broil for 5 to 8 minutes or until the cheese has melted. Make sure you keep an eye on them so they don't burn. These twice baked potatoes came out so delicious. They're very soft on the inside and crispy on the outside. The next recipe we're making are these easy, simple roasted potatoes. These are so simple, you don't need very much ingredients. We're using about 2 pounds of gold potatoes. Evenly cut each potato into bite-sized cubes. Once the potatoes are all cut up, transfer them into a large mixing bowl. Drizzle with 3 tablespoons of olive oil, then season with 1 teaspoon of salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. Next, go ahead and mix everything together very well. Grab a large baking pan, then transfer the potatoes onto it. Space out the potatoes, that way they can crisp up well. Cut 2 tablespoons of butter into little cubes, then randomly place them in between the potatoes. The butter will add a nice flavor to the potatoes while crisping them up on the outside. Make sure your oven is preheated to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. Place the potatoes into the oven to roast for 25 to 30 minutes. Next, you're going to take out the potatoes, then turn them over. Once you've turned over every single piece of potato, place them back into the oven to roast for 15 to 20 more minutes. Once the potatoes have finished roasting, they're going to be smelling so good. I like to sprinkle a little bit of salt onto them while they're still very hot. The potatoes are deliciously crispy on the outside and buttery creamy on the inside. I hope you guys enjoy these recipes. Have a wonderful holiday. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!